My co-creation nation, let's try to think or project ourselves beyond our lifetime. Um, I think a lot of pitfalls and a lot of problems that we face repeatedly, generation after generation, is because we don't project ourselves past our lifetime. We are only thinking in our short little period of life that we live in. Let me go out on this patio right quick. Um, and we live. What's the average lifespan for a man? What about 60, 65, something like that? Maybe 70. And then there's I think the women is a little longer. It's about maybe 10 years longer. Damn, I should have put on some shoes to come out here. By the way, it's snowing out here, so I don't know if you can see that, but there's like ice everywhere. It's really peaceful. Um, yeah, I'm on my patio. I didn't bring any shoes. But all I'm saying is that we are like kind of stuck only thinking so far ahead. And that leaves us in a very vulnerable situation because we only can see so much. So our challenge is project yourself forward. Project yourself past your normal lifespan, which is about 70 years, give or take. And we will make less mistakes. We will plan better health-wise, financial-wise, culture-wise. And, you know, it's amazing that we only see, okay, I'll rephrase that. I'm 43 right now, and so I've seen people that are older than me in my family. I've seen them go through pretty much their 20s and 30s. So I've seen where they started at a certain age, and I've seen what they were going through if I look back, and I see where they are now at ages 60 and 70. I've seen the progress from a 20-something year old, 30-something year old to 60 and 70. And so I've seen what they've been consuming, whether it's something what they've been teaching themselves, listening to, eating, spending time doing. I've seen what they've been consuming for the last 30, 40 years. And so seeing what they have been consuming and seeing where they are right now, that should give me a clear indication as to what I should be doing if I don't want the same results they have. If you don't want the same results of your predecessors or the people that you've been around since you were conscious as an adult, let's just say 15, 16 years old, that's when you start kind of paying attention, most of us. If you see people that's older than you and you've seen their lives span from here all the way to here, and they are in a position where they're unhealthy, unhappy, aggravated, frustrated. If you don't want to be the way they are, now there's some people you may look at and say, okay, I want to be just like that person. If you see people around you that have the same DNA as you, that means y'all have the same molecular structure, damn near. Which y'all gonna have similar tendencies, similar habits, similar cravings, similar everything. If you see those people that you're so related to on so many levels, plus not just genetically, they actually was around you during your developmental stages, and they are at a point in their life and they're not happy or they are not the way you want to be, it's clear that you need to reevaluate every single thing that they taught you to do. whether it's directly or indirectly, because people teach us things by not telling us, it's by example. So if you have somebody that shares your DNA and they got all these ailments and they got all these problems and you don't like them and they got this and that going on and you think you're so different, no, fool, y'all share the same DNA. What are you doing that they taught you to do? Not saying they're bad people. You do what you know until you know better. Not saying they're bad people, but instead of sitting there complaining and mad at them, the reason why you're mad is because you see them in you. Let's not be stupid here. I already know that part, but we ain't got to go that deep on the psychological level. We keep it basic. Whatever you were raised around, you need to do damn near just the opposite if you don't want to have the results that they have. If you feel like you want to do better than what they have, you need to cherry pick certain little things that they did. Little things. But if you don't want the same results, and you don't got to throw it in nobody's face, you ain't got to prove nothing to nobody, you ain't got to have no confrontation. You didn't do this. No, man, that's not necessary, man. People do what they know how to do. People do what they know how to do. You ain't got to like throw that in nobody's face. We don't need that. Go to see your therapist for that. You ain't got to be having these dramatic moments and stuff. Stop looking at this reality TV. Oh, I just need to talk to you about this because it's been on my mind. You don't need to do all that. Go and get some therapy. That's all you need to do. What you need to do is look at the patterns and do just the damn opposite. It's like we don't live long enough. I think we live long enough to see the pattern. I see a pattern. I know what I saw when I was a teenager, a late teenager, and I know what I was influenced by, and I've been on this earth for 43 years, and I seen a pattern for the last 30 semi years, and I'm like, okay, I need to do something different, and not damn them, because what they did, they was doing what they love, what they know, what they understand. But it should be obvious, okay, I need to have a totally different mentality if I want a different result. That's if I want a different result. And if you don't, God bless you. That's fine. Bless your heart. Cool. But if you want a different result, you ain't got to prove it to nobody. You ain't got to say it to the people that taught you what you know. Just do different stuff. That's all you got to do, my co-creators. Co-create your life. It all comes back down to the consciously, dynamically being a co-creator, folks. You can't eat the same foods. You can't eat the same foods. You can't continue to eat the damn foods. You got to give it up. Do it once every 2 months or whatever. You got to give it up. You can't hang around these damn people. You got to give it up. If you don't want the results, 1 + 1 = 2. If they did this their lifetime and this is what they're living right now, you have to give it up if you really want something different. But if you don't, that's fine too. There's no love lost. I love this. I talk crap about people, but I love the way they are. I don't mind being around people that's had a crappy life in my eyes. They entertainment. I love them. I respect them. I don't challenge them with all my ideas, and I don't do none of that. If you want to be that, be that. But if you don't want to be that, you gotta give it up. You gotta give up that food. You gotta give up that lifestyle. You gotta give up that time. You can't be spending time with people like that. I don't give a damn about traditions. You gotta spend time doing things that's important if you want to change. You can't listen to the same music. You gotta do different stuff. You gotta consume differently on all of your senses, not just what you put in your mouth, what you put in your ears. What are you thinking about? Even the smells, you gotta pay attention what you smelling. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I make sure I smell certain things. I mean, all of your 5 senses plus more, you have to be conscious of what you're consuming, because it is very similar to what the people that taught you to be the way you are now consumed. And if you don't like the results, you got to consume different stuff. It's 1 + 1 = 2. That's all it is. Anyway, my co-creators, I love you. And I'll talk to you. Not value you. I love and value you. Value is important. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.